Hi, welcome to Rugby League Internet Radio. This is the first live video stream. We're hoping to also simultaneously broadcast over the internet. Just having a few problems logging on to Winamp, but I can tell you that it is Sunday, the 19th of April, and there's a lot of games going on. Obviously, it's 5th round Challenge Cup. Yesterday, Leigh beat Salford 22 points to 18, and so far in the Challenge Cup, it's Leigh minus 10, York 36, North Wales Crusaders 6, Featherstone 16, Batley 0, Swinton 4, Hunslet 0, Dewsbury 6, Bradford Bulls 6, Hull KR 0, and Sheffield and Hull still 0-0. And in League One, it's Coventry 0, Hemel Stag 6, London Scholars 0, Gloucestershire All Goals 4, and Newcastle 0, Keighley 0, South Wales 0, Oldham 0. And in Super League, it's 0-0 in both games. Huddersfield against Catalan and Widnes against Castlewood Tigers. So let's just have a look. At half time, it was Leigh minus 10, York 36. The teams: Leigh miners, Jonathan Hughes, Harry Gagan, Brad Hargreaves, Adam Tomlinson, Jack Probert, Sean Dowie, Scott O'Brien, Matthew Astley, Danny Jones, Daryl Kay, Danny Jackson, Tom Parkinson, Conor Ratcliffe. Substitutes: Anthony Doyle, Martin Gray, Ellis Grimes and Mick Boyle. And for York, it's Ben Dent, Adam Dent, Greg Minikin, Liam Cunningham, Nev Morrison, John Presley, Pat Smith, Mark Applegarth, Christian Brinnin, Jack Aldous, Josh Tonks, Ed Smith, Ryan Mallender. And the substitutes for York are Jack Eiley, Colton Roche, Pete Aspinall and Jack Pickles. And I can tell you for Leigh miners, the scores are Gagan and O'Brien, with Hughes getting one conversion. And for York, it's Dent, Morrison, Brannan getting a hat-trick, and Presley with Dent converting 6. So that's Leigh minus 10, the amateurs, against League One side York 36. We'll go to North Wales Crusaders against Featherstone and see what's going on there. So it's North Wales Crusaders 6, Featherstone 16. The teams lineup: North Wales Crusaders, Tommy Johnson, Ross Massam, Christian Rotes, Stuart Reedon, Ian Mort, Craig White, Jamie Dallimore, Joe Burke, Callum Wright, Johnny Walker, Mark Hobson, Stephen Wilde and Gary Middlehurst. Substitutes: Carl Ashall, Brian Duffy, Andrew Joy and Elliot Davis. And for Featherstone, it's Jai Hitchcock, Ben Blackmore, Ian Hardman, Thomas Minns, Will Sharp, Paul Sykes, Gareth Moore, Jordan Bolminson, Andy Ellis, Matt James, Rennie Maitua, Alex Foster and Tim Spears. And the substitutes are Remy Marginet, Andy Bostock, Jack Bussey and Mason Tonks. That's North Wales Crusaders 6, Featherstone 16. Any latest scores coming up? It's still 0-0 Huddersfield Giants against Catalan Dragons, 0-0 at Widnes and Castleford. Batley still 0, Swinton 4. And it's Bradford Bulls 6, Hull KR 0, Hunslet 0, Dewsbury 6, Sheffield 0, Hull FC 0. And in League One, it's Coventry 0, Hemel 6, London Scholars 0, Gloucestershire All Goals 4, Newcastle Keighley 0-0 and South Wales and Oldham 0-0. Let's have a look at this scorer for Swinton. And it's just a try. Oh, Batley have just scored. So it's Retty just gone over to make it 4-4. Rothwell with the first score for Swinton. So it's 4-all now at Batley. Bradford Bulls. Let's have a look, see who's gone over there. We've just gone to Dewsbury, Haggerty getting a try, Hyde converting, so that's Hunslet Hawks 0, Dewsbury 6, and Bradford Bulls. We'll just have a look who scored the try there. It's now 12-0 as we've just clicked on, so it's O'Brien and Ferguson getting the tries. 2 conversions to Shaw, so that's Bradford Bulls 12, Hull KR 0. Just run through the teams there. It's Ryan Shaw, Etu Ueseli, Chev Walker, Adam Henry, Chris Yulu Gia, Lee Gaskell, Danny Addy, Paul Clough, Adam O'Brien, Adam Sidlaw, Tom Albison, Dale Ferguson and Jay Pitt. Substitutes: Lucas Walshaw, Alex Mellor, Jean-Philippe Bale and Dan Fleming. And for the Rovers, it's Kieran Dixon, Josh Mantolato, Chris Wellham, Liam Salter, Ken Shaw, Terry Campese, Albert Kelly, Adam Walker, Sean Lunt, Greg Burke, Kevin LaRoya, Graham Horn, Tyrone McCarthy, and substitutes Ben McCain, James Donaldson, Aaron Ollett, and John Budabeza. Let's see if we've got any updates. London Scholars 0, Gloucestershire Gods 4. Still 0-0 in Super League. As we are also recording this live to go out onto our YouTube channel that we've just set up as well. Can run down some of the scores that are happening right now. It's Huddersfield Giants 0, Catalan Dragons 0, Winners Vikings 0, Castleford 0. In the Challenge Cup, it's Amateurs League Miners 10, York City Knights from the League 1 36, North Wales Crusaders 6, Featherstone 16. Batley was 4-4, just going to see if they've converted, and it's now 2 tries to Batley, so it's Retty and Day getting tries for Batley. Rothwell, the first try for Swinton, so it's now 8-4 at Batley. Bradford Bulls was 6-0, it's now 12-4. So O'Brien and Ferguson scoring for Bradford. Mantolato now getting a try back, so it's 12-4 at Bradford. And at Hunslet, it was Hunslet 0, Dewsbury 6. It's now Hunslet 6, Dewsbury 6. Mackay again, the try, Brown converting a goal. Before that, Dewsbury try scorer was Haggerty with Hyde converting. Lots of points being scored at the moment, so we'll carry on. It's looking like it's still 0-0 at Sheffield and Hull. Yep, still 0 there. Let's have a look down the line. Let's go into Kingston Press League 1. It's Coventry 0, Hemel Stags 6. It's now Coventry 6, Hemel Stags 6. Sheen getting the try for Coventry, Robinson converting. The first try was Coleman for Hemel Stags, with Swindles getting the conversions. That's 6-all there. London Scholars against Gloucestershire Old Golds. It's London 0, Gloucestershire 4. Mulkeen getting the only try so far in that game. Looking like 0-0 Newcastle against Keighley. No, it's now Newcastle 0, Keighley 10. Barnes and White getting the tries. Jones with 1 conversion, so that's 50% in my book. Not bad. And if we look at South Wales and Oldham, our friend Mike O'Grady, it's South Wales 0, Oldham 14. Mason, Tyson and Ford with the tries. Palfrey with just 1 conversion out of 3. So all games well and truly on the way, about 25-26 minutes in. We just go back, there's still no score in Super League. Huddersfield Giants 0, Catalan Dragons 0. Winners Vikings and Castleford Tigers look at 0-0. Lee Miners, let's see if we can get an update on their match. It's now Lee Miners 10, York 40. So it's just looking well out of the reach now for them, unfortunately. They've had a good cup run though. Got through to the 5th round, the only amateur club to get through to this. Let's just check on North Wales Crusaders. It's still North Wales Crusaders 6, Featherstone 16. And just check on Batley, see how they're getting on against Swinton. It was 8, it's 10-4, sorry. Sutherland did convert Day's try, so it's Batley 10, Swinton 4. Just run down a couple of teams there. So for Batley, it's Jacob Morgan, Wayne Retty, Sean Squires, Brad Hay, Sean Ainscoe, Kane Sutherland, Alistair Leake, Keegan Hurst, Luke Blake, Sean Hesketh, Sam Scott, Bradley Day and Joe Chandler. And the substitutes Matty Fozzard, Adam Gladhill, Tom Thackeray and James Brown. And for Swinton, Richie Hawkyard, Sean Robinson, Stuart Littler, Chris Rothwell, Alex Hurst, Chris Atkin, Jimmy Rowland, Mike Morrison, Andy Ackers, Jack Morrison, Grant Beecham, Matt Gardner, Rob Lever. And the substitutes Darren Hawkyard, Tommy Gallagher, Josh Barlow and Aaron Lloyd. Now Swinton did get stuck on the M62 due to an accident, so I do believe that was that kicked off a little bit later. They were apparently getting changed on the bus on the way in. I've done that before in my rugby days, getting changed on a bus. Sometimes it was even a minibus. Don't know how we did it, but we did. Okay, let's go into Super League. It's still looking like there's no scores in any. Oh, there's Huddersfield Giants have got a try and a goal. Murphy getting a try. Brough, Mr. Reliable, gets the conversion. Go over to the plastic pitch at Widnes, and it's now Widnes Vikings 10, Castle Tigers 6. Patrick Arvan and Hanbury getting the tries. Owens 1 goal out of 2, and Roberts getting all the points for Castlewood, trying a goal for him. So that's nearly every game now got a score on the boards. The only one we can see, it's Sheffield 0, now Hull 10. Minicello and Paya getting the tries, ranking a goal. So they're on the starting blocks now. Newcastle Keighley, let's just check up on that. This is in League 1. Newcastle 0, Keighley 10, Barnes and White. Keighley's try scorers, Jones with 1 conversion. And let's just check on South Wales and Oldham. South Wales 0, Oldham 14 still. And we'll go all the way up to Coventry. And they were losing. It's now all square. Coventry 6, Hemel Stag 6. Sheen getting the try. Robinson converting. Coleman for Hemel Stag with the try. And Swindles with the conversion. Go back across to Bradford. See how that's going. Bradford Bulls 12, Hull KR 6. So Mantellato converted his own try, 12-6 to the Bulls. That's a good start for them. Just popped down over, well, across to North Wales. It's still North Wales Crusaders 6, Featherstone 16. So we'll just have a quick rundown as to some of the scores are updating as I'm looking at them. But so the Challenge Cup, it's Lee Miners against York, and that's now Lee Miners 14. They've got a try in the second half. York 44. These are round 5 Challenge Cup matches. It's North Wales Crusaders 6, Featherstone 16, and it's Batley now 16. Southernwood has got a try. Batley 16, Swinton 4. We'll go back to see if he converts that. And Bradford is now Bradford 12, Hull KR 6. So no change since the last time we had a look. And it's Hunslet 6, Dewsbury 6. Mackie getting a try for Hunslet. And the only one, let's have the last one in the Challenge Cup 5th round. Still Sheffield 0, Hull FC 10. So into League 1. Coventry 6, Hemel Stag 6 still. And let's have a look. London Scholars 0, now Gloucestershire all goals 8. Mulkeen getting his second try. We'll go back and see if that is converted. And Newcastle Keighley, it's Newcastle 0, Keighley 10. And the last match to look at so far, it's South Wales 0, Oldham 14. Okay, so just a little bit of a plug while we wait for some of those scores to update. This is Rugby League Internet Radio, coming live from the town of Halifax, broadcasting across the world, across the UK, on the internet. You can listen to it on TuneIn, just search for RL Internet Radio, and you can contact us on Twitter, RL Internet Radio. Same with Facebook, it's facebook.com/RL Internet Radio, and our email address is rlinternetradio@gmail.com. I'm Chris. During the week, we put on podcasts sent by other people. A lot of those people put a lot of hard work into them. The guys at Super League Pod, Devil in the Details, Salford Red Devils, League Culture, the Full 80 from Australia, Sharkcast, all about Cronulla Sharks. We also have Love Rugby League. They do one called Final Hooter. They bring out 2. One about Wigan and Widnes and Warrington, and then week after it's just a general one. And I'm also bringing out an amateur one. Did a short one this week, and also we're going to be concentrating on League 1. And also we even just £1 would be great if you want to support me paying for this station. There is a PayPal link on there, and you can donate as little as you like. £1 a month would be absolutely fantastic. Just help me pay for all the costs of putting this together. And hopefully one day start to pay other people for bringing our wonderful podcast to you. So we'll go back to the roundups, see what's going on around the grounds. In the Super League. It's now Huddersfield Giants 6, Catalan Dragons 6. Duros got a try and converted it himself. Over at Widnes, it's Widnes Vikings 12, Castleford 6. Patrick Arban and Hanbury with the tries. Owens 2 conversions, and Roberts getting all 6 points for Castleford. Lee Miners, it's now, well, they've changed that score, so I don't know where. I've got Lee Miners 10, York 36, but it was 14-44. North Wales Crusaders, it's half time, it's North Wales Crusaders 6, Featherstone 16. If Batley, we'll go across to them. This is all Challenge Cup, these ones. It's Batley 16, Swinton 4 at the Foxes Biscuit Stadium. Bradford Bulls playing last year's stablemates in the Super League. It's Bradford Bulls 12, Hull KR 6. That could be another Super League club going out today if they don't come back on that one. And the Bradford Bulls now showing that they are back up to speed in this game. They struggled a little bit in the first couple of weeks. I know Batley ran them very close. Across it, Hunslet. It's Hunslet 6, Dewsbury 6. Mackay getting the try for Hunslet. Brown converting. Haggerty the try for Dewsbury, with Hyde getting the goal. And then we will go across to Sheffield. Playing at Bramall, and it's Sheffield 0, Hull 10. So no change there since we last looked. And if we go down into League 1, it's now Coventry 6, Hemel Stag 6. And who else have we got? London Scholars against Gloucestershire Old Goals. It is 8-0 to Gloucestershire. And Newcastle, one of the big teams of League 1. They've got Keighley up there, the table toppers at the moment. It's Newcastle 0, Keighley 14. Barnes getting a try, White with 2, and Jones 1 out of 3 conversions. That's about 33% when I went to school. And good friend Michael Grady's side, South Wales, have actually got on the scoreboard. It's now South Wales 6, Oldham 20. Farah getting the try for South Wales. Paul Emanuele, our player profile in the magazine last month, he's converted. Mason, Tyson, Ford and Holmes getting the tries for Oldham, with Palfrey converting 2 from 4. So let's go back up and let's see how the Giants and Catalan are getting on. If it refreshes, it's still 6-6. We'll have a look on Twitter, see if anybody's put anything interested on there. Dan Fleming's just come off, come on, sorry, to replace Paul Clough at the Bulls. That's on 27 minutes. Dewsbury Rams, they've just had their first penalty, and that'll be about 26-27 minutes into the game by the look of that. Right, let's have a look, see if anything's changing in the Challenge Cup. Lee Miners, it won't be far off now. Well, they've still got it as 10:36, but I don't think that's true. We'll just have a quick check. Well, it's still saying that, but I could have sworn York had got 40 at half time. Anyway, North Wales Crusaders 6, Featherstone 16. We'll just refresh, see if anything new comes up. Oh, it looks like Hull KR have equalised, and they have as well. Welham getting a try, Mantellato converting, so it's all square, 12 apiece at Bradford Bulls. Still Hunslet 6, Dewsbury 6. Widnes Vikings really getting a roll on. It's Widnes Vikings 22, Castleford 6. So Owens and Marsh now adding to the tries, and Owens now converting 3. So Castleford going to have a lot to do in that second half. And Catalan Dragons look like they've just gone in front. It looks like a conversion to the Dragons. Duros got a penalty, and it's Giants 6, Catalans 8. Okay, looks like Hull have just taken a bigger lead now. Yeah, Lynham has just gone over for a try. It's now Sheffield 0, Hull FC 16. I think Sheffield were thinking they may actually cause an upset there. Keighley have gone further in front. Newcastle 0, Keighley 18. Sharif's gone over. Not sure if he's had a chance to convert it yet, but we'll keep his eye on that one. Like I say, South Wales were on the scoreboard yet. Still South Wales 6, Oldham 20. See who else is any big scores now. Keighley. We'll go across to Batley, see what's going on there. Ainscourt, yeah, so there's Retty Day, Sutherwood and Ainscourt score for Batley. 2 Sutherwood conversions. That would make it 18 for, not 16 for, as the BBC have put it, but never mind, we'll just keep having a look. We'll have another look on Twitter. There's a lot of tweets going around. If I had time I'd put some on myself, but at the moment I'm too busy looking at what's going on with the scores. It looks like it's all over at York. James Delaney scored for Dewsbury by the look of it, so let's just have a check on that. They haven't updated it on BBC, but it's on Twitter from the Dewsbury Rams feed. So James Delaney looks like he's gone over for Dewsbury Rams. So that should be 10-6 to Dewsbury, but we'll just double check that in a few minutes. What else have we got? We'll just have a look on Twitter. Castleford Tigers still losing 22-6. There's injury for one of the Swinton players. It's not coming up. Andy Hunt, the Dewsbury reporter man, has tweeted. He's put hold up in play. Injury to a Swinton Lion player. Looks in discomfort with a shoulder problem. So anyway, that we'll see how they get on. Looks like the Giants have gone back in front. If I could read French, it says "Bruff transformé." I would believe that means is really good. Looks like it's 12-8 now to the Giants. There's a try for Jean-Philippe Bale. He's gone over for the Bulls. Let's just see if that's come up on the feed to give you the proper score there. Well, Hull KR scored with Kelly, so it was 16-12, but Bale's gone over in the 34th minute, so that should be 16-all with a quick kick to come. There we go. Yeah, Kelly went from the Hulkinston Rovers feed. It says Rovers try, brilliant break from Kelly to go 60 metres and score, but Bradford fans quite aggrieved. Bale was laid out at the play of the ball. Well, sounds like it's all going off over there. Right, let's have another look. Have a look, see if there's anything. There's a penalty for the Dragons. I'm trying to read French. It says enters the camp of Huddersfield. So I would have thought that means into their half. It's Jimmy Rowland for Swinton. Like I said, Andy Hunt has tweeted it's looking like a dislocated shoulder and he's having some treatment. Milner's taken out Brown at Castleford. It's all getting a bit scrappy. That's according to the Castleford Tigers feed. Looks like Hull FC are taking control of what's going on in Sheffield. It's now 20 points to 0. Yeah, Jamie Shaw has gone over for a try. So that's 4 tries now. And 2 goals to Hull, playing over at Bramhall Lane. I bet the atmosphere is good there. York City Knights have just tweeted, bring on the Rhinos. I'm not sure they'd really want them, apart from the money that they'll get for it. Widnes looked to score, but Brown was knocked on as he got near the line. Still 22 points to 6 for Widnes. Stuart Littler has scored for Swinton, so that's looking like it's a close. If Swinton can get the conversion, it'll make it close for the second half. Good old Andy Hunt from Dewsbury Report, he's tweeting quite a lot. Let's have a look. Hull FC are now 22-0 in front. Brambini's trying to chip the ball over, but it's not happening for them at all. And yeah, the final score was Lee Miners were 14, York Knights 44. So York Knights through to the 6th round. The draw coming up, I think, is it Tuesday at 6:30? So we'll see who they get. Also looking, if you look at the scores now, you'd go for Featherstone. Not sure between Batley and Swinton, or Bradford and Hull KR, or Hunt St Dewsbury, and you'd say Hull. Wakefield already through from Friday, and of course Lee Centurions after their brilliant win against Salford. That try was amazing. But it's Batley 20, Swinton 8. So it's get more feeds, more updates from Twitter than you do from BBC, which is amazing. So just another plug, don't forget, this is for charity. I run it myself. I'm Chris Whitworth, along with help from friends doing the podcasts. The boys at Devil in the Detail, Salford Red Devils, the Super League pod guys, Dave Parkinson doing Final Hooter from Rugby League. We've got the guys from the Full 80 in Australia and the Cronulla Sharks podcast, which is called the Sharkcast. We've got Rugby League down south, and the League Hub, they're coming on board soon, and also my own, which is an amateur one, and also starting next week we will be concentrating on League One, so there will be a podcast for League One clubs. You will be able to take part. There's going to be loads of options for you to get in touch. We'll just take a break for a few minutes while I have a quick swig, as I've got a really bad sore throat, but we'll carry on in a few minutes. Okay, so I am refreshed. Penalty to the Rams, that's from Hunslet Hawks' Twitter feed, and it's now Hunslet Hawks 6, Dewsbury Rams 14. There's been a goal line dropout. Let's have a look, who was that? Brown kicked into the corner, Arvan was chasing, so Castlewood will be dropping out from under their sticks. And it's also a try for Aaron Murphy for the Giants, so they're looking like going into half time with a bigger lead. It's Giants 16, Catland Dragons 8. So Murphy, I do believe, has got his second there. Who else have we got? And it's half time. It's Newcastle Thunder 12, Keithley Cougs 18. So Thunder have come back to make that an interesting second half. Only 6 points in that game. Like I said, it's finished League Miners Rangers 14, the amateurs, against League One side York Knights 44. So the Knights go into the 6th round. There's been 2 people sent to the sin bin at Hull KR and Bradford. We'll try and find out what's going on there. Just refresh the BBC website, see if I can get any up-to-date scores. North Wales Crusaders look like they're coming back at Featherstone. The update I've got there at the moment is North Wales Crusaders 14, Featherstone 22. That must be nearly over. It's kicked off at half 2, so it can't be far off. Dallimore getting a try, Johnson 2 with 1 conversion for North Wales. And tries for Featherstone, Ellis Moore, Sharp, Blackmore and Gareth Moore got 3 goals. So if it had kicked 2 more goals at North Wales, there'd only be 2 points in it. And let's have a quick look, see if there's any more updates on Twitter. We've got see if anything's happened at Batley recently. Oldham scored again, so it's looking good for South Wales Scorpions. It's 26-6 now to Oldham. Batley leading Swinton 20 points to 4. Yep, half time at Bradford, it's Bradford 12s, Hull KR 18. So that's Mantellato, Wellham and Kelly. The try scorers, Hull KR, Mantellato with 3 conversions. So the Super League side now just in front of ex-Super League side, the Bulls. So that's from Odsal Stadium, or whatever you want to call it. Changes its name as much as Batley's does. Let's take a look at Hunslet. It's Hunslet 6, Dewsbury 14. Widnes Vikings have scored again. It's Roberts. It's half. Oh, they've put Roberts for the Tigers, but it's Widnes Vikings 28, Castleford 6. So that's gone into half time, so there'll be a lot of half times coming up. Another half time, Coventry Bears 12, Hemel Stags 6. So that's a Coventry Bears on a roll again. Friend of the station, Thomas Zhang. He's been one of our coaches' profiles in the magazine Fifth and Last, which I bring out. Alistair Leake's being held up on the line for Batley. Can't be far off half time there. South Wales 6, Oldham 26 is half time. Like I said, Widnes Vikings 28, Castleford 6. Bradford Bulls 12, Hull Kingston Rovers 18. So a lot to play for there. Let's have a look. It's just done Widnes. Full time score was Lee Miners 14, York 44. We'll just have a look, see what's going on at Hunslet, because there's not much Twitter feed going on there. Still looks like it's Hunslet 6, Dewsbury 14. So it's looking pretty good for the second half as to what is going to happen. So far we've had one result. It was Lee Miners 14, York 44. And a really, really nice tweet came on from York Knights. It says good luck to Lee Miners in their NCL campaign, which we will be following every week. The National Conference League is part of our amateur roundup. We hope you have a very successful season. They've put hashtag Rugby League Family, which is really, really good. There's one score from the under-19s. It's Wigan Warriors 44, Castlewood Tigers 14. Just give you a roundup of what's happening around the grounds. It's Huddersfield Giants 22, Catalan 8. Two tries to Murphy, Tai and Cudjoe get the others. Brough converting 3, and Giroud getting all the points for Catalan Dragons with 1 try and 2 conversions. At Widnes, at the Select Security Stadium, it's Widnes Vikings 28, Castlewood Tigers 6, Arvan getting 2, Hanbury, Owens and Marsh, the other try scorers. Owens getting 4 goals, and in reply Roberts getting all the 6 points for Castleford with a try and a goal. North Wales Crusaders, that won't be far off finishing now. It's North Wales Crusaders 12, Featherstone now 30. Dallimore and Johnson, the try scorers for Crusaders. Johnson getting 2 goals, and it's Ellis, Moore, Sharp, Blackmore getting 2, and Maitua for Featherstone. Gareth Moore converting 3, so that's 12-30 at Batley. It's Batley 20, Swinton 8, Retty, Day, Sutherland and Ayscore the try scorers. Southernwood getting 2 goals. Rothwell and Littler the try scorers for Swinton. Bradford Bulls 12, Hull Kingston Rovers 18. These half times. It's O'Brien and Ferguson tries for Bradford Bulls, Shaw converting 2. Mantellato, Wellham and Kelly getting the tries for Hull KR, and Mantellato converting all 3. Excuse me. It's Hunslet 6, Dewsbury 14. Mackey the try scorer of Hunslet with Brown converting. Haggerty and Delaney for Dewsbury with Hyde 2 conversions and 1 penalty. And it's Sheffield 0, Hull FC 22. So Minicello, Paya, Lynham and Shaw the try scorers with Rankin converting 3. And in League 1 it's Coventry Bears 12, Hemel Stag 6. Sheen and Hunt the try scorers for Coventry. Robinson converting 2, or both should I say. Tries Coleman for Hemel Stags with Swindle's conversion. And then we've got London Scholars, unfortunately, looking like they're going to go down today at home to Gloucester Old Goals. It's 20 points to nil in favour of the Old Goals. Will Keane scoring 2, Coburn and Bradley, the try scorers, Bradley converting 2. And if we go up to Newcastle, the big boys of the league, against the table toppers Keighley, it's Newcastle 12, Keighley 18. That's at Kingston Park. That's a lovely little ground to go watch rugby in. And it's South Wales with our friend Mike O'Grady. South Wales 6, Oldham 26. Farah getting the try. Emanuele the conversion, and tries for Oldham. Mason, Tyson, Ford, Holmes and Ward and Palfrey converting 3. So we should be coming up to the start of the second halves around the grounds. It's already kicked off at Oldham. Or somewhere else. Let's have a look. Just have a look on Twitter, see who's if anybody's putting anything up there for us. Oh, looks like Bradford have just scored. That's not long into the second half, so that's a good start for the Bulls. They're really giving Hull KR a run for the money. If they can convert, then it should all be equal. Let's just have a look. Let me see if he converts. We're just seeing if we can find out who scored the try. So it's looking like it should be 16 points to 18 at Bradford now. Let's have a look. It's not updated on BBC, but we'll have a look on Twitter. That seems to be a bit quicker than the BBC these days. It's still 22-8 to Huddersfield Giants at home to Catalan Dragons. They're just about ready to kick off into the second half. What else have we got? Let's have a look. And then it's Widnes Vikings 28, Castleford 6. There's a long way back there for Castleford. It's Patrick Arvan scoring 2. Hanbury, Owens and Marshall the try scorers. Owens converting 4. Roberts converting his own try, so 28-6. If we go looking down at Backley, see if they've got back underway. It was 20 points at half time. It still looks the same. Retty Day, Silverwood and Aisco getting the tries. Sunwood converting 2. Rothwell and Littler scoring tries unconverted for Swinton. Wonder how many's turned up to watch that game. Don't forget, it is round 5 Challenge Cup day today. We've all so far had Wakefield go through. They beat Halifax on Friday, and yesterday was the big game of the day, or probably the round when you look at it. Lee Centurions defeating Salford Red Devils 22 points to 18 after all the talk during the week of Gareth Hock. In my opinion, Lee just gave it to them from the kick-off, just like they did against Leeds Rhinos last year. I think they'll be looking forward to the next round. I don't think they'll really be bothered about who they get. There'll be a few Super League clubs not wanting to be paired up with Lee or Bradford, I would have thought, at the moment. So yeah, the conversion was there for Bradford. It's 18 apiece now between Bradford Bulls and Hull-Kingston Rovers. Kevin Brown has gone over for Widnes Vikings, so it's 32 points to 6. I trained with Kevin Brown. He came and helped coach at Newton Panthers when I was playing in the Pennine League, and I can say what an absolute star that man is. Just the class he was showing the young lads, and what he brought out of a team that weren't doing too well, and in the end they ended up getting promoted. So yeah, so at Sheffield, it's still Sheffield 0, Hull FC 22. Huddersfield Giants 22, Catalan 8. 50 minutes into Hunslet Hawks against Dewsbury, and it's still looking like Hunslet Hawks 6, Dewsbury 14. And if we go, let's just have a look down at League One, see how our friends South Wales are doing against Oldham. It's now South Wales 6, Oldham 32. So not going well down at the Knoll for Mike O'Grady, the coach that was the first coach's soapbox in my magazine, Fifth and Last, that I bring out every month. It's available to read via the website rlinternetradio.com. It's free. I put it together myself. I'm not a journalist, but I give it a good go. Get a bit of news from around the world. Got a few people sending things in. And also contact clubs that you've probably not heard of before, get information on them and give them a bit of publicity. So the magazine and this radio station, I'm doing it for charity. Any money I raise goes towards Prostate Cancer UK and the Steve Prescott Foundation, so it'll be 50-50. We will be upping the levels of trying to raise money, hopefully with a charity auction. So over the next month or two, I'll be looking to gain some goodies from some clubs and ex-players signed. Find a venue, we'll get some rugby stars in there if we can, and we'll make some money. Try to Hull Kingston Rovers. Looks like Horn has gone over from a quick play of the ball. Kane made the break, passed it on to Dixon. He was tackled. Quick play of the ball, and Horn sounds like he's took a few Bradford Bulls players over with him. So they're back in front, just into the second half there. Yeah. Let's have a look at Dewsbury, see if anything's changed at Dewsbury. Still 6-14 by the look of it. Yeah, they're still beating Hunslet. Go over to the Foxes Stadium and my hometown Batley. Batley 20, Swinton 8, so still no big update there. Hopefully I'll be able to get through this broadcast. My throat is absolutely killing. We got a bit of a bug in the house at the moment. That's why I'm not out and about watching a match. Just really not up to it. But we'll see how we get on. Okay. Let's have a look. No big scores coming in yet. Andy Hunt from Dewsbury Reporters just tweeted they're underway. Batley now are playing downhill by the look of that. My French is getting better as I read these tweets. Penalty for the Dragons. Something on Ben Garcia. And I've no idea what else it says after that. So 45 minutes into the second half at Bradford. It's Hull Kingston Rovers 22, Bradford Bulls 18. See if there's any more updates anywhere. No big updates at the moment. Looks like North Wales Crusaders and Featherstone, that should be over by now, but it's North Wales Crusaders 12, Featherstone 32. Sheffield still still to score. It's 22-0 to Hull down at Bramhall. Like I said, the amateur club Lee Miners Rangers put up a good fight. Went down 44-14, playing at Lee Sports Village against York Knights from League One. Try for Oliver Holmes, a friend of Rugby League Internet Radio. Hopefully going to get a interview with him soon. It's now Widnes Vikings 34, Castleford Tigers 10. Brambani's knocked on for Sheffield Eagles, very close to the line, so that could have got him off the mark. Might just be a step too far for Sheffield today, trying to beat Hull. USALE's gone through for Bradford, but it was a forward pass, so that sounds like a disallowed try. So just Peter Smith from Yorkshire Evening Post just confirming that Oliver Holmes has scored for Castleford Tigers. There's a try for Jason Cooks, ex-Hull FC, for the Dewsbury Rams. So that should take them, if they convert, up to 20 points. Alex Foster's scored for Featherstone on the right wing. Try for Batley, Jacob Morgan on his debut. Ran through following a Squires kick, and so he's scored it on his first game for Batley. So that should put them a little bit further ahead, probably out of touch now. Still 22-0 Hersey Sheffield. If you are listening and you're wanting to tweet, then please tweet in. It's at RL Internet Radio. You're more than welcome to join in at any time. Love to hear what you think. Don't forget, I am an amateur. I'm trying to put this together. I am recording it as well on camera. So if you, it will be broadcast on YouTube. There's a penalty to Keithley up at Newcastle, and it sounds like the fans are going absolutely balmy up there. Both those two clubs will be looking to get promoted this time. It's London Scholars 10, All Goals 20. Debbie Knight has tweeted to say, is there a fight back on the cards for the Scholars? There's a try for Catalans. Julian Busquet has gone under the post. Scott Giroud's kicked it, so it's now Giants 22, Dragons 14. And the kick was converted. It's Battler 26, Swinton 8. But Hunter Hawks just confirming on their Twitter that Jason Crooks has scored for the Dewsbury Rams. Bradford have got a penalty. Both players that were sin-binned are back out on the field, so they'll be back up to 13 apiece. The conversion for Dewsbury Rams was wide, so it's now Hunter Hawks 6, Dewsbury Rams 18. Sutherland got the goal for Batley Bulldogs up at the Foxes Biscuit Stadium. That's Andy Hunt letting us know on Twitter. His Twitter account is at reporter Andy Hunt. So he works for the Dewsbury Reporter. Hopefully we'll maybe get a chat. Let's have a look now. Full time at the Crusaders, and the Crusaders have gone out of the cup. It's Crusaders 12, Featherstone 38, so they go into round 6 Tuesday night, joining Lee and York and Wakefield. So 3 Yorkshire clubs out of the 4 so far through. If you look at the scores, Featherstone should be going through, Batley, either Bradford or Hull, Dewsbury and Sheffield. So quite a few West Yorkshire sides going to be in that next draw, looking hopefully for maybe a big money game against the likes of Wigan, Leeds, St Helens. See who they all come up with. Try for Michaeli Aizu at Dewsbury Rams. So Dewsbury Rams now seem to be taking the ascendancy there. And there's a Danny Jones penalty. It's Newcastle Thunder 12, Cougars 20. Keithley Cougars just pulling out again, just over that 1 try and goal mark. And on Twitter I've just seen a picture of Les Dennis. He's been running apparently, so that's exciting news. Any more? Yeah, so just tons of arts confirming Aizu has gone over. Let's have a look at how our friends down in South Wales are doing. All goals have scored, so it's London Scholars 10, All Goals 24. South Wales 12, Oldham 32, so another try for South Wales. Farah and Patello now with tries, with Paul Emanuele converting the 2. In reply, Oldham tries for Mason, Tyson, Ford, Holmes and Ward scoring 2, Palfrey converting 4. There's been a conversion for the Rams, so it's now Hunslet Hawks 6, Dewsbury Rams 24. Emil Carroll's knocked on for the Castle Tigers, or for Widnes, sorry, I should say. So it's Widnes 34, Tigers 10. We'll just have a quick scan, see what's going on anywhere else. Is there any other matches? See what's going on at Bradford. This is a close one. Hull KR may just... it's still Bradford Bulls 18, Hull KR 22. Try scorers for Bradford Bulls so far: O'Brien, Ferguson and Addy. Shaw converting 3. In reply, Mantellato, Wellham, Kelly and home for Hull KR, with Mantellato converting 3. So it's Bradford Bulls 18, Hull KR 22. This is round 5 of the Challenge Cup. If you go to Batley, the Foxes Biscuits, see if Batley can pull out a bit further. It's now Batley 26, Swinton 8. So there's 5 tries being scored for Batley. Retty, Day, Sutherwood, Ainscough, Morgan, with Sutherwood converting 3. Rothwell and Littler, the scorers for Swinton, but they haven't scored any points, I'd say, for about 30 minutes. So it's looking like the Championship sides against League One are taking a bit of control now, and Super League so far are doing a beat in the Championship clubs today. Hull FC 22-0 at Sheffield, and Hull KR just 4 points in front at Batley. We'll go to Twitter, see if there's any more updates. So it's 24-6 to the Rams. Sheffield Eagles have got a try, so they are off the mark. It's Corey Aston, son of Mark, who I played with at Sheffield many moons ago. So it's now Sheffield 4 and the Hull FC 22. Will they be thinking there's a comeback? Love Rugby League, I've just tweeted that final score down at Crusaders. North Wales Crusaders 12, Featherstone 38. So their run in the cup finishes. Another try for Hull Kingston Rovers, so it looks like they're actually going to start to pull away there. It's Laroya, he's still stolen the ball from Addy, he's gone 45 metres to score. Mantellato, the kicking machine, has converted, so it's 28 points to 18 now for Hull Kingston Rovers. Once again, testing my French, the Dragons SA, that means try. Jermaine McGilvery has scored for the Giants, 26 points to 14. Who else have we got? Let's have a look. So there's some big scores coming out now. Some of the bigger clubs are starting to take control. Like I say, Rovers are now 14 points ahead. So that's over 2 tries. Still quite a long time to go. It's only 18 minutes past 4. So you'll be looking at another 15 to 20 minutes left yet for Bradford to come back. It's just whether they've got it in them now. Hull Kingston Rovers may look at pulling away on this one. We're not getting many roundups in some of the lower league matches. Still 26 points to 8 to Batley. South Wales, our friends, let's have a look how they're doing. 12 points to 38. They were losing 26-6 at half time, so Oldham look like they're going to come away with the 2 points there. Newcastle and Keighley, that's a close one in League One. It's Newcastle 12, Keighley 20. That was 12-18 at half time. Newcastle try scorers Tally and Meads, and Hardcastle converting 2, with Barnes, White with 2, and Sharif try scorers for Keighley, and Jones converting 2. Let's go back into Super League. It's Huddersfield Giants 26, Catalan Dragons 14, with that McGilvery try. Sheffield Eagles just got the ball back, first time to touch it since they scored their try. Still Sheffield Eagles 6, Hull 22, so they've kept a Hull from scoring for quite a bit. I wouldn't like to guess how many minutes, but it must be 15. Yeah, Hull have lost the ball on the halfway line. There's a penalty to Newcastle Thunder. They're moving forward towards the line. They'll be looking to try, if they can score there, they'll be within, well, in fact they'll equalise. If they can score and kick a goal, it'll be 18 apiece. That'll be a good finish up at Newcastle. There's a try for Coventry Bears, Matthew Marsh. He's broke through the Stags defence, Hemel Stags. Conversion's gone over as well, so it's Coventry Bears 36 and the Hemel Stags 12, and there's 20 minutes left to go there. There's been a sin binning at Batley. We don't know who it is yet, but it's for Swinton. whoever it is put a high shot on Brad Day. So Swinton down to 12 men and behind by 12. Whether they can come back is another thing. It's Darren Hawkyard. He's been swinging arm, and there's been a bit of a scuffle after by the sounds of it. Knowing Darren and Richard quite well, they played in the Pennine League a few years ago, so I've played against them. Both doing quite well now at Swinton. But unfortunately, he's had to go off for 10 minutes to cool down by the sounds of it. Okay, who else have we got? It's now Widnes 40, Castleford 10. It's Bradford 24, Hull Kingston Rovers 28. Now that is going to be a fantastic finish with probably 16, 17 minutes left. I'm just going to see if I can find out who scored. We'll have a look on Twitter and on the BBC. The BBC are absolutely miles behind, so we'll see if Twitter's got anything for me. Can't see. It's no, it's still the BBC website still show. Oh, it's there we go. It's Gaskell's gone over and Shaw's converted. So you're looking at 24 points to 28 between Bradford and Hull Kingston Rovers. That's going to be an absolute grandstand finish. I bet that's a real game to have gone to watch today. Yeah, Lee Gaskell's gone over. So the try scoring machine again for Bradford. Makes that tie really interesting. So it's all on now to see who can get through to the 6th round of the Challenge Cup. Couple of sides through already. Wakefield beat Halifax. Lee obviously beat Salford yesterday. Featherstone have gone through against North Wales Crusaders, and York Knights beat the amateur club Lee Miners Rangers by 44 points to 14 over at the Lee Sports Village. But sounds like it's been a good game, so anybody that's been to both in the last 2 days will have enjoyed their rugby. No other big updates yet, but we'll have a look. Yeah, it's 20 minutes to go at Bradford, so there's 4 points difference there. It's all down to who's the smartest and the fittest now, I think, at that one. Coventry Bears, like I say, beating Havelstags 28 points to 6. Gloucestershire All Golds, they're at London Scholars, and the latest score there that we have is Scholars 10, All Golds 24. See if there's any change down at South Wales at the Knoll. And it's now Langtree's scored for Oldham, so it's South Wales 12, Oldham 38. Unfortunately, South Wales look like they're going to get another 40 plus past them. Judge reporters Andy Hunt has just tweeted that Swinton are showing good spirit despite being down to 12 men. They've just attacked the Batley line. Bradford have knocked on, but he's given a try. That's what Hull Kingston Rovers have put. So have Bradford gone over? Let's have a look. Can't find anybody unless they're just talking about when they've just scored to make it 24-28. Peter Smith, the Yorkshire Post, has tweeted that the cast defence was really poor. But what a run from Hanbury Magic, worth watching later if you get a chance. So that'll be on Super League show on the BBC over the next couple of days. Is it Monday, Tuesday they put it out? What else have we got? Yeah, another try. Walshaw has scored for the Bradford Bulls. So that should put them in front now. I'll just see if it's given us any. Oh, Ryan Shaw scored. Gaskell's converted, so it's now Bradford 30, Rovers 28. There's 17 minutes left in that game. Good defence for the Dragons. They've recouped the ball, so I would have thought that means they've got the balls back. 20 minutes left to go at the John Smith Stadium, where Huddersfield are in front by 26 points to 14. Excuse me. Okay, let's look at Dewsbury and Hunslet. There's not been many updates for that recently. It's Hunslet 10, Dewsbury 24. There's now a goal line dropout for Bradford. Josh has basically they've kicked off of Hulkinston Rovers. It's bounced and gone straight over the dead ball line, so that'll be a dropout for Bradford. So they're back under pressure after just scoring. I know a lot of coaches can't deal with that when you score and then you lose possession within seconds. Castle Tigers still a long way to go, 34 points to 10. It's now 40 points to 10. Phelps has scored for Widnes Vikings. Owens has got 6 goals, so that looks like it's over and done with. The closest one at the moment is the Bulls versus Hulkinston Rovers, 4 points difference between them. Not at the Odsal Stadium. In fact, no, it didn't, because Bulls scored, so they're 2 points in front now. Let's just have a look, see if we've got anything else going on. Something's just happened at Batley. I'm going to have a quick look. My friend Andy Hunt has tweeted, tried to Sean Ainscough for Batley. He's intercepted a pass and run 45 metres. He's gone down under the post. Sutherland's converted, so it's Bulldogs, or as my friend Andy Hunt has just tweeted, Bulled Pogs 32, Swinton Lions 8. Sheffield Eagles have gone close again. It's now Sheffield Eagles 12, Hull FC 22. They really will believe that they can do that in the last 20 minutes. Hull FC not got on the scoreboard since half time. In fact, I think it's probably 10 minutes before half time that they last got any points. So Sheffield will be thinking they've got this one. 2 tries and it's all over. Let's see what else we can find. Yeah, Andy Hunt's just retweeted, I think Batley fans can now start planning for the 6th round. Yeah, it's looking that way, isn't it, really? Rovers have scored. Another controversial try. Mantellato has scored. Even Hulkinston Rovers feed have said that it was forward. So, yeah, Dixon's dived over and he's looks like he's got Hulkinston Rovers back into the lead. And Mantellato's hit the post, but it's gone over, so the kicking machine has done it again. It's now Bradford 30, Hulkinston Rovers 34. I do believe on Twitter somewhere I said there'd be 4 points in that game, so I should have got on onto the bookies. Not that I've been out today. Anyway, yeah. So you're listening to Rugby League Internet Radio. It's a amateur radio station brought to you by myself. This is a live broadcast. It's the first one I've done. I've got a really sore throat, but I thought I'd have a go. I was going to go watch Batley, but just couldn't face it really. And I'm doing this for charity. It's going to Prostate Cancer UK and the Steve Prescott Foundation. If you like to support either of those 2 charities and you want to support this station, if you go to my website, it's rlinternetradio.com. There's a Virgin Money page link on there, and there's also a link to PayPal, so you can either sponsor the show itself, towards the costs of me putting this together week in, week out, or you can support the charities, Prostate Cancer and the Steve Prescott Foundation, through the Virgin Money giving page. Any donation, even if it's just £1, more than welcome. So we're into the last bit of the matches today. Just going to have a look, see if there's any big scores. Obviously Bradford and Hulkinston Rovers is a big one. So Hulkinston Rovers have just retook the lead. It's 34 points to 30, so that sounds like it's been a great game over there. In Super League, it's Huddersfield Giants 26, Catalan 14, Widnes Vikings 34, Castle Tigers 10. In the Challenge Cup, final score was Lee Miners Rangers 14, York Knights 44, North Wales 12, Featherstone 38, that's a full time. It's Batley 26, Swinton 8, Bradford Bulls 30, Hull KR 34, Hunslet 6, Dewsbury, Hunslet 10, Dewsbury 24, and it was Sheffield 14, Hull KR 22, but I'll just double check that, because it's not always 100% right on there. It's Sheffield 12, Hull FC 22. So it's Batley now 32, Swinton 8. Lillywhile's just been held up over the line, and the Tigers defence getting stuck in there, and it's a try for the Giants. Akuma Tai has got his second try. Danny Ruff, another kicking machine, has converted, and it's now Giants 32, Cat on Dragons 14. Mantelato's try came off one of Terry Campese's kicks, so Mantelato's got a hat-trick for Hull Kingston Rovers, and he's also kicked 5, so that's a good day out for him. That's 22 points out of the 34. It's now Hunslet Hawks 16, Dewsbury Rams 25. So that drop goal will have come in handy there somewhere for Dewsbury. It just keeps them at arm's length. And Coventry Bears, Matthew Marsh has scored. So it's Coventry Bears 40, Hemel Stags 16. So Troy Perkins, Stag side, looking to go down at Coventry. He was our Coach's Soapbox feature in the magazine Fifth and Last month. This month I am contacting a few, trying to get them in. Another try at Hull. It's Kirk Human, the older statesman now of that side. So a try for Hull. So Sheffield's comeback could just have been halted there. It's probably just a bit too much now for them to pull that one back, with probably, I'd say, about 5 minutes left. So we're coming to the end of what has been a great day of rugby league. In the Super League, it's Huddersfield Giants 38, Cat on Dragons 14. Just looking to see if there's any updates at Bradford and Hull Kingston Rovers. It was 34 points to 30 for Hull Kingston Rovers. It was Scott Grix that scored for the Giants, with Bruff converting. Castle Tigers still a long way behind. It's Widnes Vikings 40, Castle Tigers 16. Go to Batley. Not been a lot of news there lately. It's Batley 32, Swinton 8. And now it's London Scholars 10, All Golds 30. That's a tweet from Debbie Knight. She's a big follower of this station. 28 points to 12 for Hull. Rankings converted. So still no big update. It's Newcastle Thunder 12, Keighley Cougars 26. So that's looking like Keith will be keeping their 100% record in the League One. So that'll be a good start for them. They'll be looking to return to the Championship division next year, and hopefully pitting their wits against some big clubs. The Championship this year is proving to be a big league. Some great sides, obviously Leigh, Bradford, Featherstone, Halifax. London, they're coming in now. They've started to pull themselves together and get some wins. Still Sheffield Eagles 12, Hull FC 28. Still no change at Bradford. It's Bradford 30, Hull Kingston Rovers 34. See if we've got any updates anywhere. Doesn't look like it. And now Josh Mantelato's got his 4th, so he's having an absolute blinder of a game. 4 tries for Mantelato if he converts. That's a big tally for him. That should take them out to 40 if he can convert it. So Mantellato's gone over in corner, so it looks like it could be game over now for the Bradford Bulls, and Hull Kingston Rovers going into round 6 draw on Tuesday night with the rest of Super League clubs that have been in, so it's a new system this year. There's a try for Jordan Rankin for Hull FC, so they're just putting a big score now together after Sheffield had a bit of a fight back in the first 20 minutes of this second half. It seems like that one's all over, and Hull FC will join their neighbours Hull Kingston Rovers in the 6th round. So it's 32 points to 12 to Hull against Sheffield. I think Sheffield would have thought they could have made that a little bit closer. There's 7 minutes left to go at Castle Tigers. They are losing 40 points to 16 at Widnes. Yeah, and he's converted as well as Mantellato, who he's had a great game. It's now Bradford 30, Hull Kingston Rovers 46. So that looks like that one's over and done with now. And Bradford will go out. It's Keighley have scored. It's now Newcastle Thunder 12, Keighley 30. And another try for Coventry Bears. It's Billy Sheen, converted by Matthew Marsh. It's Coventry Bears 46, Stag 16. Yeah, so it's 44 points to 30 in favour of Hull Kingston Rovers at Odsal. There's been no big updates at Batley Swinton, but I think Batley will have gone through. Hull FC definitely going through at 34 points to 12, and it's near full time. Dewsbury were beating Hunslet. It was Hunslet 10, Dewsbury 25. It's now Hunslet 16, Dewsbury 25. So they're just far enough in front now. Down in League 1, South Wales 12, Oldham 46. So again, 40 plus points scored against the Scorpions. That'll be something Michael Grady will be wanting to work at. I know he just wants his lads to go out and enjoy himself. So they'll be looking to keep improving week on week. It's Newcastle 12, Keighley 26. So probably 2 top teams in League 1 there. And Keighley's come out champions there by the looks of that, so they keep their 100% record. Another Matthew Marsh try for Coventry Bears, so it's now Coventry Bears 52, Stag 16. So they're running away with that one. There's been a try for Dewsbury, Aaron Brown. So that's all over there really for Dewsbury at Hunslet. Just get an update score on that one if we can. And there's a try for Hanbury. Owens has got his 7th goal, so it's Widnes Vikings 46, Castleford 16. Like I say, there's been a try on the 80th minute at Hunslet. Swinton have scored. Robinson gone over in the right hand corner, and Atkins got the goal from right on the touchline, according to Andy Hunt, our Dewsbury reporter friend. So it's Batley 36, Swinton 14. Any more updates? We shall come to them immediately. So Coventry Bears, and it's all over at Hunslet Hawks. It's Hunslet Hawks 16, Dewsbury Rams 31. So Dewsbury Rams have gone into the 6th round, along with Featherstone, York, Wakefield and Lee. And looking to join them is Hull, possibly Hull KR and Batley at the moment, with the draw on Tuesday. There's some videos already up on Twitter if you want to watch them. North Wales against Featherstone. Rugby League videos are tweeted, they've put one up. Knock on from Hull, so it just looks like it's going to be all over there soon. All Golds have won at London Scholars 36 points to 10. That's Debbie Knight tweeting that. She's put it's been a deserved win for them. There's 4 minutes left at Widnes and Castleford, but I think that game was over and done with just about half time. Let's have a look. Gareth Ellis has chosen Mickey Payer as Hull FC's man of the match. They've been victors over at the Bramall Lane against Sheffield Eagles. We're just waiting for confirmation now of final scores coming in, and then we'll give a roundup before we go. Tried to Newcastle Thunder, but I think it's a bit too late. Jordan Meads has scored for Newcastle Thunder. It's Bradford 30, Hulkinston Rovers, where's it gone? 44. And confirmation from Jews and Rams Twitter feed, Hunslet 16, Jews and Rams 31. So Coventry's beaten Hemel Stags 52-16. See if we've got any more full-time scores coming in. Earlier, the 2:30 kickoff, Lee Miners were beaten by York 44 points to 14. North Wales Crusaders were beaten at home to Featherstone 38 points to 12. There's been a try for Batley. Thackeray's gone over. It's been a tap restart from Pelty, and he's just basically charged his way over. So Batley now running out to 40 points to 14 against Swinton. Thackeray's got his second. It's not looking... full time at Sheffield. It's Sheffield 12, Hull FC 34. Sounds like it's been a bit scrappy there. Hull FC fan, I don't think he's right impressed, but it's a win, and that's one way of doing it, in my opinion. Let's just have a quick check round, see if any other matches are finishing. We've got, so it's final scores at Lee Miners, North Wales Crusaders, Hunslet losing to Dewsbury, Sheffield beaten by Hull FC. Just 2 more Challenge Cup matches to get final scores from. There's been 5,457 at Widnes. Sounds like there's been a fair few gone over from Castleford, but they have a good journey back on the M62. The sun's gone in now here in Halifax, so it's not as warm. And we're near the end of this broadcast. My throat is just about going to make it. It started hurting yesterday, it's getting worse today, but we'll plod on. So through to the 6th round of the Challenge Cup so far, you've got Wakefield, Lee, York, Featherstone, Dewsbury and Hull FC, and it looks like Hulkinston Rovers and Batley will join them. We've just lost our Twitter feed for a second, but we'll have a quick look. There's no updates on the BBC website. One of the March has gone through. It's Keighley have gone and scored again. So it's Newcastle Thunder 16, Keighley Cougars 36. Oldham have got to 50 against South Wales. Jonathan Wallace scored a try for the Scholars, but it wasn't enough, and they were beaten by the Gloucestershire All Golds 36 points to 10. Let's just see, we're just waiting for final scores. We're getting some through now. The latest is Huddersfield Giants 38, Catalan Dragons 14, Widnes Vikings 46, Castleford 16, Batley 40, Swinton 14, Bradford Bulls 30, Hulkinston Rovers 44, Newcastle 12, Keighley 32. It is full time down at all. South Wales Scorpions have been defeated, so they're still looking for their first points of the season. South Wales 12, Oldham 50. I think Looks like another try for Hulkinson Rovers right on the final hooter. So they look like they've gone past 50 as well. Yeah, Mantelato's converted, so it's Bradford 30, Hulkinson Rovers 50. I think I said there'd be 70 points scored at that game, so I wasn't far off. We got to 80. Bradford Bulls, yeah, they've now tweeted it's full time, 30 points to 50, and they've put a great effort from the hosts. Report and reaction to follow, so you can follow them at Official Bulls RL. We're just waiting for a couple more final scores before we go. Two Super League clubs have yet to find us a score. Batley are now 46 points to 14. And like we say, Hulkinson Rovers have beaten the Bradford Bulls. So Super League against ex-Super League there. So that's one Yorkshire side out of the cup. Mantelato's got 30 points out of the 50 for Hulkinson Rovers today, so 4 tries, and I can't remember how many goals, but he's got 30 points, which is brilliant. He really is a kicking machine. Any club would be glad to have him. It's full time up at Newcastle. It's Thunder 16, Cougars 36. So Keighley Cougars still keep their 100% record and will be staying top. It's Coventry Bears 52, Hemel Stags 16. We're just waiting really for the Batley Bulldogs, see if we can get a final score there. Still not up. I know they were late starting because there was a crash on the M62 and Swinton was still on the bus and decided to get changed there, so they won't have had a good warm up as they would have thought they were going to get. Let's just see who else we've got. So just one match we're waiting for, and that is the Batley Bulldogs. So the way things are going, it looks like there's a lot of Yorkshire sides going through to the 6th round. Must be nearly home, nearly full time now, everybody. We're not bothered about what's happening in football. Just looking to see if we can get some proper final scores now. So far we've got in Super League, it's Huddersfield Giants 38, Catalan 14, Widnes Vikings 46, Castleford 16, and in the Ladbrokes Challenge Cup it was Lee minus 14, York 44, North Wales Crusaders 12, Featherstone 38, Batley is still 46-14 against Swinton, Bradford Bulls 30, Hulkinson Rovers 50, Hunslet 16, Dewsbury Rams 31, Sheffield 12, Hull FC 34, and in the Kingston Press League 1 it's Coventry Bears 52, Hemel Stags 16, London Scholars 10, Gloucestershire All Goals 36, it's Newcastle 16, Keighley 32, South Wales 12, Oldham 15, and that's it. Thank you for listening, and I hope you've enjoyed it. The video will be up on YouTube in the next couple of hours for people to watch, and we'll catch you later. Take care.